So Wednesday wellness break, if you will, right? Thank you guys for coming. I was just telling Deb before we kind of got started here. I feel like I need this almost as much as a lot of you guys as well. It makes me get up and do it. And I'm glad that you guys are prioritizing this in your schedule as well and coming and hanging out with us a couple times a week. All right, so first one today. Hopefully you guys can hear me really well. We've done this one a little bit, right? We've had our hands clasped behind our back and we've done some stretching this way. We're going to modify it a little bit. Okay, so we're still going to clasp behind our back, but we're going to have our feet, I don't know, hip width, maybe shoulder width apart, just a nice base. Okay, from there, now you're going to bend over at your hip and you're going to push those arms up as far as you can. Okay, up over that head. I don't know. I'm looking in at the screen here. I was gonna say I look like a letter, but I can't really figure it out. S maybe a 4 without the connecting. Okay, but now we're gonna slowly stand up again. Okay, we're gonna give those arms, give those wrists if you need as well. A little bit of a shake out. We're gonna come back into that one more time. All right. So clasp those hands together. Okay, now we're going to have that same width in our feet. Now we're going to bend at our hip and push those arms up. It helps us stretch out that chest. Right now, also stretching out our hamstrings, shoulders. Keep breathing. All right, slowly come on up out of that as well. All right, now from there, I'm going to get you to back up in your space so you have a little bit of room to step forward. Okay, so I'm going to take a step with my left foot. Okay, so fairly deep lunge, right, or a far step away, so you have a decent lunge here going on. Okay, back leg is going to be fairly straight up on your toes. You can go down as far as you'd like with this front leg. What we're going to do from this position is we're going to have both of our hands at our side, and I'm going to raise them up over my head as high as I can. Okay, now we're going to sit here and hold this. Again, play with your depth of your squat. If you need to stand up out of it a little bit, right, just to give that quad a little bit of a break, so be it. Find a nice happy medium. Okay, stretch out in our shoulders while we're creating a little bit of a heat in that front leg and stretching out that back right hip. Okay. All right, come on up out of that. I'm going to turn around. I'm going to go the other way now. All right. So I'm going to take a big step with my right foot. Okay, same idea here, right? Finding that happy medium with that front leg. Something to challenge me, depending as maybe how much you want to sweat and really get some work in. From there, we're going to bring those hands up. Okay, nice and tall with that chest, right? Pushing through that heel on that front foot. Also feeling a nice stretch on that hip, hip flexors, hip adductors, groin area on the left side. Okay, nice and tall, hands up nice and high. All right, come on out of that. We're going to do the other side one more time. We're going to come back to this one. All right, so now big step here, left foot. Woo-hoo. We'll get your balance. All right, same idea. Left leg is ahead, both arms coming up over top head. Breathing is important. Okay, again, if you're shaking, right, and you want to come up just a little bit out of that lunge, that is okay. If you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, go a little deeper, create some heat. All right, up. Last one. Okay, I'm stepping with my right. Coming down, bring those hands on up. Good. that colder weather outside. We're hopefully warming you guys up. You're not buried in a basement, unfinished basement, right? All right, come on up out of that. All right, our next one is going to be kind of coming off of that same idea here. Okay, so again, take a step back to the space so you have some room in front of you to be able to take that step. Okay, I'm again going to step with my left foot. Okay, nice lunge position. From here, you're going to straighten that front leg. Okay, trying to keep that balance. And now bend over at your hip toward that front foot. Okay, so you're going to feel a nice pull in that front hamstring. Okay, try to keep both shoulders square to that foot that's out in front of you. If you're having a lot of trouble balancing here, if you could go closer to a wall, okay, you can just have that hand. Right now I have my left hand on this wall just to kind of help me balance. Okay, so we're going to keep holding this. All right, come on up out of that. Step. Now I'm going to go on the right side. Okay, step out in that lunge position. Okay, straighten that knee, bend over at your hip, shoulders square to that right foot in front of you, both hands down, kind of ankle, shin area, whatever it might be. Again, important to really make sure that this front leg is straight, right? So we can get a nice stretch in that hamstring. Back of the right leg. Up. Okay, one more time each side. A big step with the left. Okay, we're in our lunge position. Straighten, bend at your hip, and try to touch those toes. Try to touch the ground. Just trying to get a little bit further every time you come into this side. Good. Come on up slow. All right, turning around. Last time. On the other side, right step. Okay, lunge. From there, straighten, bend to the hip, and reach. All right, go to that. This next one's going to be a little more challenging for you guys. We've loosened up a lot of our pelvic floor here. All right, quads, hamstrings as well. So now what I want you to do, we're actually going to go down into a squat as deep as we can. Okay, so from here, I'm going to lean onto my right side and I'm going to extend my left foot out. Okay, from here, what we're trying to do is keep our hips, our butt as close to the ground as we can. It might be very difficult for you, but just try to stay as low as you can throughout the whole movement. From here, we're going to go from our right side to our left side. Okay, just alternating sides. Okay, maybe you're up here because this is what you have for range of motion in our knees and our hips. So be it. That's okay. Okay, but what we're trying to do is get nice and low, keep those hips as low as we can as we're shifting from side to side. Okay, this is a good mobility stretch for our hips. If you have to have your hands kind of out in front of you a little bit just to help balance, that's okay. Okay, we're almost there. We're gonna go 2 more each side. Last one. Come on up out of that. Excellent job. Move around a little bit, move those hips just to get them moving again, right? Stresses them out a little bit. It's a nice big stretch for those hips. All right, so now we're actually gonna lay on our back. So hopefully you have somewhere fairly soft to be able to lay. We're gonna lay down, pull our knees into our chest, clasp our hands over top. You can cross your feet if you like. Okay, we're just curling up into a ball. Okay, going as tight as we can. Pull those knees in. Squeeze them tight. Just rest. Excellent. Keep holding here. Breathe. Your heart rate's probably a little bit elevated now, so we're going to try to slow it back down. All right, let off. Okay, we're going to rest here. Just legs out straight. Just hang out for a second. All right, we're going to bring them back up. Again, cross if you need. Pull it nice and tight. We will kick it up a notch here in a second. Okay, so we're just sitting here nice. Breathe. All right, come on out. Rest one more time. All right, so we're going to do 2 more of those similarly, but we're going to add a little bit of a rock to it. All right, so we're going to pull in those knees one more time, grasp nice and tight. Okay, and we're going to try to rock a little bit. So up close to our shoulder blades, down to that tailbone. We're just trying to rock. Get rolling. Okay, we're going to go, let's go 10 times. All right, once you get 10, let those legs out. That one is interesting, as always. Okay, we're going to go one more time with that. So bring those knees in. All right, grasp and rock 10 times. All right, excellent. All right, we have one left here. We're going to get into a little bit of a plank position. So hands directly below our elbows, fairly flat back. Okay, but we're going to walk in those feet just a little bit. Okay, so from here, I want you to push your shoulders back away from your hands and put your butt up as high as you can, keeping those legs as straight as possible. Okay, downward dog. I'm sure you've heard of it. Okay, from here, now we're going to drop the hips. Okay, arch that lower back. Look on up to your ceiling. Okay, and hold here. Breathe. All right, back up. Hips all the way up as high as we can. Okay, feet, if you can, flat on the ground, but at the very least, we want those legs straight. Okay, last time, we're going to come on in. All right, hips laying on the ground, arch that lower back, and look on up to your ceiling. Come on out of that. We got 15 minutes. All right, so hopefully that loosened you up a little bit for the rest of your day. Hopefully we lose some of the snow here on the rest of our day, and we can get back outside and do some more walking. But yeah, other than that, take care. Have a good rest of your Wednesday.